Minecraft, having been around for over 10 years, certainly has had some good moments, some so memorable that they make us warm with nostalgia over a decade later. And you know what? I'm feeling like looking back at the golden age of Minecraft, both in-game and on YouTube, and remembering some of those most iconic moments made by fans, since that's where the strength in this game lies, in its community. That's what we're exploring today, so let's do it. In at 10, Yogscast Check It. The Yogscast Check It series is one of the most iconic Minecraft series of all time, especially for the veteran Minecraft players who remember Minecraft's golden age of YouTube, such as myself. Mod reviews, mob battles, hell, we thought some mods were even a part of the main game. Minecraft parodies reigned supreme, and our biggest question was if Sipsco actually made that much money selling dirt. In 2012, Yogscast started a brand new world for the upteenth time, however this time they had a twist. They were planning on making a Java factory in Minecraft using the at the time new mod pack Tekkit, now known as Tekkit Classic, still available on the Technic launcher. If you want to know how old this version is, okay, you can simply play it. It's Java Edition version 1.2.5. Sprinting upstairs wasn't possible, villagers did nothing, stairs couldn't be placed upside down if you didn't place them on the bottom of a block, and the creative menu was all one tab that you had to scroll down every time, including all the items from the mods, making mods like the too many items or not enough items mod essential for any building. This is such an iconic and nostalgic series, especially for me. I rewatch this every Christmas, and honestly I play this mod pack every Christmas while it's playing on my TV, okay? But no one plays with me, but it's nostalgia, okay? It reminds me of when times were simpler. And at 9, the TNT Olympics. In August of 2012, the Summer Olympics were being held in London, England. However, they were also being held in Minecraft. On a map created by Seth Bling, the original Minecraft redstone and code genius, the guy who made Minecraft playable inside of a Minecraft chest. YouTubers Seth Bling, Captain Sparkles, Ant Venom, and Ethos Lab all competed on 8 events involving TNT. Some were obvious, like high and long jump, however others were more complicated. Javelin throw involved you having to time an arrow shot with a TNT explosion to send an arrow flying. Balance beam was all about how long you could stay on the beam before getting knocked off by TNT, and with hurdles you actually had to place the TNT down yourself as you ran to get over fence posts that acted as the hurdles. It was such an iconic series and moment that even recently Captain Sparkles released the TNT Olympics 2020, 8 years after the original. It's something I always wanted to do, but like I said, my friends never played when I had fun ideas, so I never got to, but it's still iconic and nostalgic 10 years later. I remember this, man. Huh. And at 8, the Aether mod. The Aether is one of the largest and possibly the largest Minecraft mods in history and was released on July 22nd, 2011. The mod included the Aether Realm, the opposite of the Nether, that included several new blocks, mobs, and items, as well as a whole new accessory system. Yeah, it was revolutionary at the time. The sequel to the Aether 2 Genesis of the Void, was released on June 11, 2012 and contained various new mobs, features, and overall adds to the experience of just the Aether. Remember how at number 10 I said that sometimes we thought mods were a part of the base game? Well, this is the mod I was referring to. The original Aether mod video showcased someone making a glowstone portal, like a nether portal but with glowstone, and then lighting it with a bucket of water instead of flint and steel. And despite the fact that it was clearly a mod because we saw the inventory, some of us thought that it was normal, so we tried it. It wasn't, and I'll admit I was one of the people who did try it. I also tried it multiple times after I thought I installed the Aether mod. However, I wasn't the one of the hundreds of people who actually sent Mojang bug reports because the portal wasn't working. Yeah, this mod is one of the most iconic Minecraft mods of all time, and the developer, or one of the developers, King B Dogs, actually now works for Mojang, which is absolutely incredible to see. And it's 7 maps. There are also plenty of iconic maps throughout Minecraft's long life, many of which I'm sure many of you have seen online, especially given that some have been replayed now that Minecraft has had its own YouTube renaissance. Some noteworthy ones in my mind include the Dropper, Herobrine's Mansion, Herobrine's Return, which is the sequel to Herobrine's Mansion, Survival Island, Skyblock, Ant Farm Survival, Diversities 1 and 2, Portal Craft, and so much more. There's various biome-specific survival maps like Biome Spheres, where they were just like planets made of a biome, and then like that one grid survival map that had like one block every 3 blocks and then there was air in between all of them, so it was like a giant just block grid. damn, some of these maps were absolutely incredible. HEROBRINE's Mansion and HEROBRINE's Return are like the first few maps that I saw that had real good custom gear, mobs, and then the use of command blocks after they were added for HEROBRINE's Return are absolutely insane. I might have to replay some of these on my channel because, like, god damn, I remember playing Diversity 2 on my first 24-hour live stream 2 months after I started working here in 2019. I wasn't even a host yet, but I still wanted to do a charity stream, so I played this with my friend David, who had never played Minecraft before, and then he bailed on me.
Emotional, damn it!
Yeah, love these maps though. Okay, they're the maps of my childhood. I like them. And at 6, meeting ISRAPHEL. ISRAPHEL is one of the most notorious Minecraft YouTube villains of all time, and one of the main reasons that I figured that I wanted to do this list, honestly. Hopefully you all know who ISRAPHEL is at this point. Okay, I've talked about him before, we've made a short about him. I've talked about him several times, okay? Honestly, I couldn't wait to talk about ISRAPHEL on this channel. The original Yogscast Minecraft series is one of the most iconic of all time, starting out with the video How to Survive Your First Night, and then moving on to other typical Minecraft things, at least at the time. We figured it was a simple survival series to celebrate the introduction of Minecraft multiplayer. However, it was far from it, or at least it became far from it. The server somehow ended up being invaded by another player known as ISRAPHEL, who had the face of a creeper with pure white skin, red eyes, and a suit, kind of like me when I'm angry. The two heroes then chased the man and found a whole civilization of other characters, which started the story of the Shadow of ISRAPHEL, which sadly never got a conclusion, but episode 43 is still a meme to this day. People have tried to replicate this kind of story, but honestly nothing will ever feel as pure as this. Unfortunately, I broke the illusion for myself when I tried getting onto the server and it was whitelisted, because then when I figured out what whitelisted meant, it meant that ISRAPHEL was actually intentionally allowed on the server. Yeah. Halfway through, in at number 5, Father Meets Son. The Fallen Kingdom series, I think, is the most popular Captain Sparkle's Minecraft music series, since Revenge didn't get a sequel. However, when Take Back the Night released, it was revealed that the King's son from Fallen Kingdom had actually survived, and all we wanted to do was see what would come next. The son then ended up becoming the Chosen One, and ended up tracking down HEROBRINE and seemingly killing him. However, this wasn't the real villain. The real villain was a group of invading piglins who were set on destroying the world using a wither. So on a mission to find his past, the Chosen One ended up saving a village from the wither. The piglins then stole the Nether star and used it to power their leader's new robotic mech body. Yeah, this is a real thing. But the most iconic of these moments, for me personally, was at the very end of this wither fight video, called Find the Pieces, where after literal years, okay, 2012 to when this was released in 2015, the king from Fallen Kingdom finally meets his long-lost adult son, who he thought had perished. I remember actually freaking out over this moment while I was watching it on my iPod, okay? Like on my iPod Touch. I was so invested in this story. It's such an iconic moment for me, and it takes me way back to when life was simpler, where I still wanted to be a YouTuber, but I didn't have to talk about FNAF every single goddamn day. In at 4, the War for L'Manberg. The War for L'Manberg's independence was an era of war between the members of the Dream SMP server. Wilbur Soot and Tommy Inna had plans for an illicit substance empire, which members of the Dream SMP ended up thwarting. In response, Wilbur gathered a few of his friends and created a new independent nation called L'Manberg, which was just like its own town within the Dream SMP. In return though, Dream declared war, and on August 2nd, 2020 is when the actual battle takes place. As the war begins, Tubbo gets repeatedly killed by George and Sapnap, Tommy and Tubbo then die when surrounded in the power tower, and L'Manberg's embassy is blown up again, and the battle of the two towers takes place. The Dream SMP team then retreats, and the L'Manbergians believe that they had actually won the battle. Then Dream meets with Wilbur at the blown up embassy and orders L'Manberg to surrender. Wilbur refuses by giving an iconic independence or death speech, and then in response, Dream sets off a TNT trap that blows up a whole big portion of L'Manberg and actually partially destroys the camera van, which was the van that was the source of the substance cartel, if you will. Getting close to the end, and in number 3, the Mycelium Resistance. Hermitcraft has had some pretty crazy moments. However, over the past few seasons, we've had 2 civil wars. Yeah, not 1, but 2. How do you get 2 civil wars, you may ask? Well, The easy answer is Grian. Yeah, that's right. In Season 6, when Grian joined the Hermits for his first season, there hadn't really been a war every season. The first one being the Hermitcraft Civil War, which was in Season 6, and the first server-wide real event that ended up in the victory of the G Team, or as I like to call them, Team Beretta Filter. And then in Season 7, there was the turf war between HEP, the Hermitcraft Environmental Protection Agency, led by the Mayor Scar, and the Mycelium Resistance, led by Grian. The turf war being 100% Grian's fault, since he replaced just a few bits of grass in the shopping district after it had all been replaced with Mycelium again, and then Scar made it a whole big thing, and then Grian's just like, no, let's just keep expanding this. So by placing just a few blocks, this man started a war. And if Season 8 had been any longer, I'm sure that there would have been a Bodum and Godum war, but the moon got angry and it ended the season, and then they had to be pulled out of a simulation, and there's a whole thing, okay? But the Mycelium Resistance was a huge thing, and honestly, Season 7 is commonly the favorite amongst fans, including myself, hashtag Mumbo for Mayor, so the Resistance is definitely going to be getting a slot this time. Penultimately, in at number 2, Aw Man. Creeper Aw Man is one of the most popular Minecraft memes of all time. It honestly may even be the most popular gaming meme of all time, or close to it. Being originated from the classic Revenge Minecraft animated music video by Captain Sparkles, a parody of DJ Got Us Fallen in Love by Usher, this iconic 2011 YouTube parody actually ended up getting more views than the original song's official music video. However, the original song has come back to surpass it, possibly because Captain Sparkles did have it privated for a time, assumingly due to potential copyright issues, because they also removed it off the iTunes store, and I was not refunded. That was kind of rude. Apple, sort out your shit. Anyway, the fact that this one line became so synonymous with both Minecraft and the creeper is absolutely insane. I still wish that we could get an achievement for looking at a creeper with a spyglass called Aw Man, because originally I wanted the achievement to be killing your first creeper was Aw Man, because then you could get Monster Hunter then Aw Man separately. But now this time this version makes much more sense. So Mojang, please add this. It's like one of the most iconic things in all of Minecraft. And finally, in at number 1, HEROBRINE. HEROBRINE is the subject of a community-made creepypasta and is one of the major community icons of Minecraft. But strangely enough, HEROBRINE has never been present in any version of the game. The first story and image ever posted about HEROBRINE, as well as the Brocraft stream, are actually regarded as canonical, and then things posted after these two events are considered fan-made adaptations and variations, including making various appearances in Minecraft series and music videos relating to the game, like Fallen Kingdom, Take Back the Night, both being the anime music videos I talked about earlier, and actually in Hermitcraft Season 6, when Grian, Rendog, and Impulse SV traveled back to an alpha release of Minecraft, but nonetheless, Homie Brian originates in a creepypasta, alright? And anything after the Copeland Brocraft stream actually isn't considered canon, but honestly, I don't know if you can have a canon with such a popular Minecraft figure, even if they were never real. He's just been used so much that I don't think it's possible to have a canon. That's all the time we have for today though, friends. There's a lot that I forgot to include, so if you have one on part 2, let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.